Good evening all, and welcome to another video on All How the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night, and the beer we're going for tonight is from Aldi. It's their own brand Hop Foundry, brewed in conjunction with Freedom Brewery. It's this one. It is Tropicale, and Tropicale is a 4% pale ale. As I say, brewed by Freedom Brewery for Aldi under their own brand. And it says it's a thirst-quenching pale ale with refreshing tropical notes. There's really very little else on the can. There's no details of the hops, no details of the particular ingredients, no nothing. But yeah, it's quite a nice little can, really. It's a budget beer. It was about £1.29, I think, a can, something like that. Maybe not even that. But yeah, let's get it out into a glass and see what we think. So we are going to pour into my teku. Hopefully I've cleaned it well enough, or else I'll be upset again. Anyway, the pour is pale. That will do. So it's pale, it's clear, it's golden in colour with a relatively tight and compact white head. I say relative, actually no, I'm lying. From this side it's really quite foamy. But yeah, it looks like a pale ale, I guess. It's a whiff. It smells a little bit citrusy, but otherwise, yeah, it's got West Coast vibes. A little bit of orange to it. Light, clean smelling, generally beer-like, but not massively, with a hint of citrus, and it smells like a budget beer, and I say that in the nicest possible way. You can tell the difference between your cheaper beers and your more expensive beers, and this one does have that whiff about it. So it looks all right. It smells okay. Let's see what it tastes like. Cheers. It tastes okay. The body is medium. Carbonation is soft and pillowy. The flavours, it says it's tropical. There's a bit of citrus. There is the slightest hint of mango, a little bit more stone fruit, sort of peachy, but it's real subtle. Yeah. Subtly bitter, relatively well balanced actually. Quite refreshing. And that bitterness is slightly pithy and almost resinous on the back end. That's a pleasant surprise. I was not expecting it to have any traits like that at all. And the finish kind of does what I want a pale ale to do. It's pretty long, it's reasonably hoppy, and it's quite bitter. So, all in all, not too bad. But what does the world of Untapped think of it? And on my my Povo scale, board of joy today, it's the pad once more. There have been 2,900 check-ins and an average score across the board of 2.85. The 4 people I know who've tried it give it slightly less at 2.63. So, yeah, it's not very well thought of, but what do I think of it? Well, let's give it some points, shall we? Top it off just so we can revisit the pour and have a good look at the beer once more. Yeah, it looks all right. It's nice and clear. Like I say, it's got West Coast vibes about the appearance. I quite like the look of that. Can I find any reason to fault it? Not really. I cannot. So it would be remiss of me to give it anything less than a full point on the looks. The aroma is a little bit on the disappointing side. A little bit of citrus. A little bit cheap on the nose. A little bit almost artificial. And you can tell it's a budget brew. The scent strength is quite light. It needs a little bit more oomph. There's no real tropical hit from it. So I'm going to give it a quarter. 0.25 for that one. The body No problem with it. Medium weight, good carbonation. It's nice and soft and pillowy in the mouth. Can't fault it, it's having a point. The flavour is better than I expected. It's not brilliant, but it's definitely better than I expected. There is a good bitterness. There is a reasonable level of hop. It's quite well balanced. It does taste on the cheaper end of the scale, though. And you've got hints of tropical. Not enough for me to turn around and actually name it a tropical ale. But on the whole, not too bad. I'm going to give it a 0.5. And the finish does exactly what I want it to do. It's bitter. It's hoppy. Relatively so. And it's quite long. And the longer you let it sit in the mouth, the more of that pithy, resinous bitterness comes through. It's really quite good. I'm going to give it the 0.75. Which means it has got 1, 2, 3.5 out of 5 on my Untapped scoreboard of joy, which is a bit better than the average. But does it get any bonus points? Well, it can't have the full bonus because it didn't get a full 5 out of 5. Would I buy it again? As a cheap fridge filler, do you know what? I probably would because it's not that bad. It's cheap. Like I say, it was about $1.29, might have even been less. And at that kind of price point, it represents pretty good value for money as well. It's drinkable, and that is the key point. So, yeah, drinkable beer at a sensible price. Can't get no fairer than that. So, yeah, there we go. We're going to leave it there and say, that has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I will see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.